Good morning, Zaraza here. Welcome back to my channel. Haven't done a vlog for a little while, been busy. I've been uploading other videos to my channel, but I bought a house, moved, and this is the first time in a few weeks, I think, almost a month, well, since that Ride to Live class, man, I've been able to get out and ride. So anyways, today we are doing we're planning on doing an Iron Butt Challenge, the Saddle Sore 1000, which is a challenge where you ride 1,000 miles in a 24-hour period. So that's going to be fun. We're going to do that probably in May before it gets too hot. So today what we're going to do is, that isn't something you just dive into. You don't just decide one day I'm gonna do an iron butt and you do it, especially if you haven't been riding very long, or you've never ridden a real long distance, or even like gotten out and ridden all day. It's a big challenge. It takes a long time, and the route we have planned out means we're going to be in the saddle for like 18 hours or something like that, plus stops and food and everything else. So it ought to be interesting. But today we are going to do the first probably 3 or 4 training runs, dry runs, get people used to their motorcycles. People have been buying new gear, new equipment, new this, new that. Yeah, don't try this at home, kids. So what we're going to do today is we're meeting up in Newport Beach, and we are going to ride up PCH to Santa Barbara. So it's about 100-ish miles one way, I think. But while it's not very far, PCH, Highway 1, Highway 101, it's Highway 1, and then it meets up with Highway 101, and it's Highway 101 pretty much the rest of the way up. And it goes almost to, well, it goes all the way up to like the Sound or the Bay or whatever the hell they call it in Washington, almost to Seattle. So PCH, it has a slower speed limit. So while we're not going to get miles under our belt today, we are going to get saddle time without going too far from home. And PCH has a number of access points to get back to the interstate should anybody get tired, not feel good. If something breaks, we're on an easy corridor to get back home. So since I now live on the other side of the mountain in Riverside County, I figured it was a perfect opportunity. I mean, I'm late. The meetup time is in 3 minutes. But kickstands up time is at 10, so I got time. Since I live over the hill now in Riverside County, I figured it was a perfect opportunity for me to get out a little early and come up here and ride the world famous Ortega Highway. So that's what I'm doing on the way to meet up with the boys in Newport Beach. So I'm gonna get some Ortega riding in. I'm gonna get some PCH riding in before I meet up with them. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a good day to ride today. We lost a couple of riders due to some unfortunate circumstances. Nothing bad, everybody's okay, but bikes are a little broken. So we were gonna have, I think, 10 people today, and one person dropped out, and another person low-sided a couple weeks ago, so she's out. But like I said, everybody's fine. Bikes are fine, people are fine. Some bumps and bruises and scratches and scrapes, nothing that can't be, nothing that won't heal. So, but anyways, that's it. I'm going on Ortega Highway. The exciting curvy part of it is just about, oh, wow, there's lots of bikes right there. Cool. To check that out again sometime. The curvier part of it is pretty much over. It's just that one bit coming up on the Riverside side. That's Lake Elsinore down there, the lake and the city, obviously. But yeah, that's it. I'm haven't done a vlog for a while. I'm a little rusty. But anyways, that's it. This is the world famous Ortega Highway. It's California Highway 74. If you're looking it up on the map. And yeah, let's fucking go. Good morning. Maybe the photographer guy will be out. I think there's a photographer on this road sometimes. With my luck, there'll be no photographers and only police officers. Not the kind of photographer I'm really looking for. Ooh, it's a little chilly up here. Oh yeah, this is where Hell's Kitchen's not too far up here. Man, I heard they had a fire and they haven't tried to reopen or anything. Well, that's unfortunate. Hell's Kitchen was a pretty sweet little spot here. I think it's been in some of my previous time-lapse videos where we just stop up here. They got food, they got beer, they got music. I don't know if they do live music, but they always got the, you know, the radio on and all that. It's kind of a famous-ish, at least well-known in the area, biker bar. There's always something going on. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, yes, we're open. Oh shit. I don't know. There it is. Anyways, we'll see. Hopefully they can reopen. I guess there was an electrical fire or something like that, and like the owner's dog died in it, and man, it's sad. Sad for the restaurant, but sad for the dog and sad for the owner, man. But anywho, let's we'll pour one out for them later. But no, it's a really cool place. The food was good. They got, you know, they had typical shit burgers. They have wings and sandwiches, and they had this really cool, like a condiment bar, but it's inside a coffin. So that was really cool. Anyways, it was just a hip little, it was a cool little spot there. On weekends they'd have a little fair or whatever, like little vendors, and, you know, sell t-shirts and knickknacks and motorcycle crap and whatever, you know, a bunch of, I mean, no offense, but a bunch of, you know, Harley Davidson branded rip-off, knockoff branded crap. And I mean, it's a big Harley spot, but you see lots of bikes there. Everything from clapped out bobbers and choppers and custom jobs to, you know, model year, you know, GS's and kind of everything in between. Lots of really fancy Harleys for sure. Anyways, it's like, I think that's technically on the Riverside portion, so it's like Riverside's Cook's Corner basically, but not as big. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is where that waterfall is. Well, there's never any water in it, but it's back there. We stopped here one time randomly. We got off and took a little hike right there. That was interesting. Oh boy, here's the construction section. Let's see how bad this is gonna be. I've heard a bunch of different stuff about this, mostly that it sucks. I did check the County of Riverside website. It's supposed to be open, and based on the amount of cars and people up here, it looks like it is open. I think this is where the guy usually takes pictures, on one of these turns right here. I kind of doubt he's out today, but you never know. Yeah, I think he's on one of these sweepers, because that spot right there where I mentioned the waterfall is where people would go and turn around and go back in the other direction and get their pictures taken multiple times. And it's kind of a cool deal. He just stands out here and takes the pictures, and uploads the sessions to his website. You go on there, you find like what time you rode by. He does them like 3 or 4 hour blocks or whatever, and then if you find the picture, of course on the website he's got them all watermarked. If you find the picture you like, you get in contact with him and say, give me this one and this one or whatever, and he'll send you the high-res files, and you pay him and sends you the high-res files, and then you can, you know, get them printed or use them for your website or whatever. So it's cool. I mean, the dude just comes out here, and he comes out here. There's a guy that goes up on Mulholland in LA. I think the Mulholland guy is more popular. I could be the same guy, honestly, I don't know. Some of the other guys in the Discord know way more about him and like have talked to him and stuff. I've never talked to him. I've just gotten my picture taken a couple times on days we happen to be riding up here when he's taking pictures. But oh, is that it? Is that the all that ado for just that one section of road to do construction on? Oh no, never mind. It's still working. What are they trying to do anyways? Are they trying to, I think they're trying to widen it in some areas, but also like resurface it, because as you can maybe see on the camera, I don't know, it's in pretty rough shape in some sections. There's potholes, or there's really bad patches like that, or, you know, I don't know. It kind of, it's not the best. It's not the best road, but it's fun. No cops yet. Well, at least nobody's telling us there's cops yet. There might not be any today. With all this many cars, kind of self-regulates to a certain extent. If I'm being completely honest, I could probably go a little bit faster, but this guy in front of me is going fast enough, mostly to keep me a little honest here. I don't have any desire to low side off the side of the cliff right here into the bush or the ditch or the rock again. Done. If last time was the last time I fell off my motorcycle into a rock, I would be really happy about that. Fucking finger never really did heal up all the way, and that was, you know, end of November. It's been 2 months. Yes, I went to the doctor. They were not really very helpful. They said that all they said was, oh yeah, the joint's a little stiff, you need to work it out. And they said, we're gonna prescribe you physical therapy. Well, I wasn't really gonna sign up for physical therapy because we were getting ready to move like the next week or 2 weeks later. So like, I don't really want to start, you know, going to physical therapy in LA, get on some regimen or some program or whatever, and then move, you know, 70 miles away and have to hoof it over there. I just didn't do it. I mean, that's on me 100%, but shoot, they were like, oh yeah, the joint's just stiff, so you just need to work on it, you know, work on it, bend it back and forth, you know, just keep trying to use it like normal. But they were like, we don't want it where your finger can't straighten out. And I kind of showed her, I was like, well, it's already like that. I can't straighten my finger out right now. I forget what the term is for that, but she was like, well, put it in a finger brace at night so it doesn't get like that. I'm like, well, it's already like that, so never mind. So unfortunately, she was not really very helpful to me, and like, but I did, you know, I just keep on going. I think I have a little bit more range of motion, but not really. Like, I still can't make a fist. Like, you can see that finger. That's about as far as I can bend it. And the glove is on, so it's kind of, you know, a little hard to see, but the finger's definitely still swollen. So I'm probably gonna have to, now that we're getting settled into the new house, I'm definitely gonna go and get a second opinion on that bitch, because I mean, it doesn't hurt or anything. It's not really a big deal, but man, if I do accidentally catch it on something because I can't bend my finger all the way and it just fucking bends it, ooh, man. It's not comfortable. It's not comfortable. So, I mean, I'm just happy I can still play the drums and obviously ride motorcycle. Like, we did to live to ride class almost a week to the day after the accident happened. So, I mean, I've always been able to ride. I did the whole ride to live without being able to, or live to ride, ride to live. I think ride to live. You know, I did the whole thing with a bum-ass finger that couldn't bend hardly at all. Oh shit, there's a car down there. What the fuck? Yikes. I don't think that's what, oh boy, that was interesting. I don't think that car drove down into the coulee there. I don't know, is that too big to be a coulee? Somebody help. I don't know, is that a gulch? Is that, it's not a ditch? Whatever. Anyways, looked like somebody fucking drove off the cliff. I don't know. Man, they do have a lot of construction going on there. And well, it's nice that I guess they're doing it on both sides. And sometimes they fucking do that. I guess if it's Caltrans, it's all state money, so that's good. But sometimes the fucking counties do it. And like only one county wants to do it, so they'll have the whole thing fucking closed on one side for the whole project, and then, you know, a year later, right when the traffic is getting back to normal and people are figuring out the new road or the new traffic pattern or whatever, the other county will be like, man, that's really nice, let's go ahead and then they'll do another 4-year project. So instead of everybody coordinating and doing one big 4-year project, it's now been, you know, 9 years of construction with the year in between. Nah, I don't know. But this looks like it was a Caltrans project. So Caltrans does everything, which is really nice. Oh yeah, cruising in my Porsche. If you watched Shade Tree Surgeon's recent videos, and a few videos ago for him, he and Shay Lisi came to LA for the IMS show, and they call it the IBS show. That's funny. They came out here for the IMS motorcycle show that was over the weekend before Thanksgiving, I think. And they're adventurers. They rented bikes and they came out and they rode Ortega. They went and rode Trabuco Canyon, I think, or not Trabuco Canyon, Topanga Canyon. I think they did some of the Angeles Crest Highway too. Yeah. They're way better storytellers than I am, but it was cool because they're from Florida, so it was neat to, you know, get that kind of a perspective. Somebody who lives in Florida, which, you know, the elevation change total in Florida is about 300 or 400 feet, and there are some curvy roads out there, but not a ton. So it was cool to get that perspective of somebody who does not live in California, who came out, and I'm sure there's more videos. That was just the ones I saw. So it was really cool to get that kind of a perspective of somebody who doesn't live in California, who isn't as used to just having all of this. So it was cool. And they also went out to the yeah, I just had it too, so I don't know, some adventure camp thing where they rode the Harley Pan America, or the dirt glide, as some people call it. And like, yeah, it's cool to, when you live here, you take it for granted sometimes, or like you just look around and go, yeah, it's the same old beautiful mountains and the same old curvy canyon roads and the same old, you know, ocean. And it's refreshing to get a out-of-staters take on what, you know, what we really have here. So that was cool. It's hard to get lost in the rat race of California sometimes. But then there's days like today where, you know, we're gonna go ride PCH up to Santa Barbara. Like, that's gonna be fucking rad. Let's see, can I make a pass? Yep, look at that. Almost made it as far as I wanted to there. Now that the construction's over, but well, I could have probably just taken it. That's okay. Now that the construction's over, that's fine. I think that's pretty much it. That was Ortega. That was most of the fancy part of it. It goes for a little while longer. We got to get out of the canyon here and all this. Oh, here's another big group. What's up? What's up? What's up? 2 Harleys and a Beamer. Fucking beginning of a title of a sitcom right there. What a guy, what a guy. Gotta love a conscious driver. Appreciate you, Mr. Uhaul. Doesn't happen very often, but every now and then people are paying attention out here. He slowed up a little bit and moved over, easier to pass, not getting caught in the fucking wake around the brick of a U-Haul. Anyways. I get busted, huh? Yeah. Yeah, we got a little ways to go when this ridge over here ends. Kind of where we come back down into Orange County here. We're in Orange County, but we start getting into like San Juan Capistrano and all that stuff. I'm gonna probably start moving a little quicker here. I'm gonna say 20 after. Yeah. Sorry guys, they're far away now. They used to be right in the middle of East LA there. If you watch my previous videos, you've seen that. So it was a little bit easier to get some of the places. Really wanted to go back to Orange County. It's just too expensive, man. Houses are expensive, rent is expensive for apartments or homes. I mean, the prices are just straight up brutal. Like, I won't tell you how much I paid for my house yet. I'll probably end up blabbing it eventually, but if I would have bought the same house and like a Huntington Beach or even a Costa Mesa or even Fullerton or Anaheim, probably it would have cost probably double what I paid for it out in Riverside County. So it's just fucking, it's bad. At least it would have cost at least 50 or 60% more, at least, minimum. Bye. At least 50 or 60% more, probably closer to 75% more. I mean, we did buy a pretty big house, but we had to go, you know, to the next county and anyways to get it, you know, where it's not, well, I don't want to say this the wrong way. It's not really close to anything that we used to do. Say that. I mean, 70 miles is it's not that far if you're thinking about, like, well, California in general. Like a few years ago, I mean, I was driving about 60 miles no, I was driving 80 miles round trip. Is that right? I don't remember, something like that. I think I was driving 80 miles round trip to work, which, let me tell you, it fucking blows, because I was riding from East LA all the way up to the San Fernando Valley to Chatsworth. I wasn't using a GoPro at the time, really. Should have been. Well, I was, kind of, but not making videos with it, because it was just the same old freeways back and forth every day. And then I had some close calls on the freeway with people just trying to get that extra car length ahead in traffic and like cut people off. And I had a couple close calls. I had a few close calls, actually. I think I need two hands to count them. It all in the span of like 2 months. I was having one close call almost a week. And I'm not talking about your typical close call where, you know, you're fucking around and somebody isn't, or you're coming out whipping around a car. Like, this isn't like Moto Stars content, close calls or stuff like that. Like, this is like cars moving in front of me. I almost got, let's put it this way, I almost got hit, like within inches of getting hit and going down on the freeway, like once a week, like for like 2 months. And then I finally got clipped 1 mile from my apartment. No problem. I didn't get anything repaired on the bike, which is probably why this is missing. I don't even remember. But anyways, so then I quit commuting. And this was way before I'd like joined the Discord and everything, so I didn't really have anybody else to go ride with anyways. Like, my dad didn't have a bike at that time either, so it was a little easier to just hang it up for a little while. But I mean, I took a break, and then I found started going on YouTube more. I never really watched YouTube videos before. Like, if somebody sent me something or whatever, you know, I'd watch it, a music video or a funny video or whatever, but I never really like got like set up my account and started subscribing to channels and watching content creators regularly. Pretty much until the Rona happened. 'Cause I was working from home. And I was like, well, okay, well, I'm working from home, you know, I can put on something in the background while I'm working. So I started watching YouTube, and that's how I ended up on the don't do it. Thank you. That's how I ended up finding Dan the Fireman, the YouTube channel, where he was doing his live streams and other crash videos. And so I joined that Discord, and went, holy shit, there's a ton of people in here. What in the world is this? And then here we are. So it's nice to have homies. It's nice to have, what the hell's going on here? Planting trees? Oranges, I think. Dude, they're holy cow, dude. That is cool. Look at that. Look how many trees they've got down. Wow. 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 That is really cool. Holy cow, I didn't even... That's cool. That is really neat. Oh, Shade Tree Lane. Oh, I think they mentioned that in their video. Never mind. Damn it. Anyways. That was cool, planting all them trees. I wonder what organization that was. I recognize them blue shirts. Can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head. Anyways, here we are. This is San Juan Capistrano. Okay, yes, you can go. Thank you. San Juan Capistrano, South Orange County. It is a pretty bougie location, as you can see. Windy sidewalks, equestrian trails, tree-lined streets. Anyways, and here we are. Well, we're not. Here we are, nothing. Here we are, nothing. Here we are, Interstate 5, from Mexico to Canada. I'm not getting on it. I'm not fuck that shit. This is the San Juan Capistrano mission. That's where we meet up. We'll ride Ortega right there. There we go. Now it's going to send me on PCH. Thank you. Arrival 10 a.m. Fuck. Right on time. Well, we never fucking leave early anyways. Oh my god. Excuse me. Fucking sixth gear going chugging. So the kickstands up is going to be a little later, probably. Oh, look at this shit. Just a castle. Don't fucking do it. Yep, gates with security guard and everything. Look at that. Dude, it's a... Is it apartments or is it like a retirement? And I don't fucking care, dude. Rich people shit. All I can do is ride through it and hope they don't stop me.